Hi guys, my name is Means. This is going to be a review for the metal build Laevatein. This is from the anime Full Metal Panic, and they're currently airing the 4th season. Now, like always, this is going to be a blind review, meaning I know little or none at all about what I'm reviewing other than it's amazing. Yeah, it's one of those. I tried watching the anime, it's a really slow at the beginning, and it does take some time and patience to get into it. So, yeah, unfortunately, I haven't really got into it to just sit down and watch or binge watch the anime. But I do like the design. I do have the arbalist to go with the Laevatein. And from what I gather from the wiki, and unless you already know the show, it's a spoiler alert, that this is the upgrade to the arbalist. Or I think when they salvaged the arbalist, they made the Laevatein, which is the upgraded version. Yep. I got mine from Tatsu Hobby, and it's one of those that when you see a metal build on pre-order, you jump on it because they're really limited. So luckily I got this through the help of Tatsu, and I'll provide the link down below if you want to inquire about it. They do have some other metal builds, and again, you can ask them regards to that. Anyways, that's it for the box. Let's take a look inside. Alright, we have the illustration booklet here. You got some nice artwork in front. Quite nice. It looks like the figure that has been photoshopped, especially with that hair. Alright, so here's what's inside. Just quickly go over it, showing all the articulation, all that goodness, how to connect that. I think this is some part of the cooling system there. That's why you have that. You got the blade. I do apologize, I'm not too sure of the names. You got the shotgun here, which I've seen on the arbalist. It can be mounted on the side or in the back. And you got that launcher. Quite cool. Seems to be detachable. And that's it. That's actually fairly simple. Oh wait, there's the back side here. So on the back, there is the base, and where you can mount all the weapons. And you have this character here, the pilot, that you have to assemble. Now that's actually on a runner that you have to take out. I'm not sure if I want to assemble that, but I'll just show you the runner. Anyways, that's it for the illustration booklet. Got tongue-tied there. Let's move on to the figure. Alright, so we have a side-by-side comparison with the arbalist right here. I don't have the arbalist on to the hanger or base, hence why the Laevatein looks a bit taller. But there you go. A lot of similarities. And even the base or the stand, it's almost identical. Alright, so let me take out the arbalist and let's take a closer look at this setup here. Alright, so this base here can actually hold pretty much all the accessories, exception of the few duplicates like this. It's basically a connector piece for the arm, for the stand. But all the accessories, we can put all here, which is great. I like it when they do that. So let's just take this out. So put it on the side here for now. And just see the hanger here. Now it doesn't have well, what I'm trying to get to is you have this runner for like the pilot and stuff like that, which needs assembly. I'm kind of not feeling it to build that at the moment. But from the arbalist, from what I recall, there's like a person here that does the calibration and stuff. That you can put as part of the display. On this one you don't have that, but you do have that, the one I just showed. You get your shotgun here, you have the howitzer, basically the cannon here that is mounted. What else we got here? You got your anti-tanks, the knives, you got your grenades, you got this hair thing that's on the back there. Then you got all your hands, and even this. This is used to remove the pallet from the cockpit. among other things. But it's a nice plastic tweezers that they provided. So all the stuff, even the grappling hook thing here and the shoulder, can't remember what they're for. From what I read, it might be stabilizers, or was it the lambda driver canceller? But there's that. Yeah, a really nice base here. Now it says the name here, the ARX-8 Laevatein with some specs. So there we go. I'm just gonna put this aside here. Let's get back to Laevatein. Now the Laevatein has a really nice color scheme. Fairly simple. You got the red, white. You got some orange here on the edge. A little bit of a variation of gray. This is kind of like a bluish gray here. Also on the top side here. In terms of decals or stuff like that, you get some on here on the back side, underneath, some on top. They're kind of hard to see actually from afar. Even here, there's some, you know, nothing that really stands out, but if you look closely, you'll notice them. Quite nice. Right. And I'm not sure how it shows in the camera, but I just replaced my lamp. My light bulbs just died recently. Yep. Time to replace the CFL. I'm using daylight. So they're like, was it 5,000? Like really bright lights. But when I reconfigure my camera in terms of the white balance, so sometimes it really depends on how the outcome is. So anyways, moving on. Just gonna spend too much time trying to calibrate. Alright, so neck articulation, and if you move this down, see the cockpit there, and as well as the pilot, you only get the upper part of the body, and you're just gonna push it down there. Get some monitors there, a little bit. That's that. You get your shoulder armor here, as well as a bit of articulation. You move that out. Get your bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. There we go. You got some die cast there for the elbow. Actually, this is kind of bugging me. I'm seeing that's a bit more yellow in the camera than this. Alright, actually, let me do some changes. Alright, how does this look now? I usually have my contrast or the vibrant color. Kind of picks up more of the color. Unfortunately, this one kind of needs some neutral colors. I think that's what I was trying to go for. So hopefully this is a little bit better in the video. Anyways, getting back to the review. Where were we? We talk about the shoulder. You get your wrist joint here, which is I believe a straight peg. We can just pop this out here. Yep. Straight peg I do like. Alright. I really find the hands a little too simple. But then again, maybe the mechanical part is inside, and there's some kind of, it's kind of like a glove, I guess. Moving down, you got your waist. You can actually, instructions, you can actually raise this up here a little bit, and this helps you clear that if you want to turn this. It's really tight, and you can see that die cast waist joint there, so be careful as you turn that around. Now this waist joint here, you can move this up, but you can also lower it all the way, so you're just gonna pop it down. There we go, and you can kind of see this getting lowered too, but you can just push this up to return that. But with that added, there we go. Nub marks. Sometimes I just see them. There's nub marks there. Unfortunately, it's painted on, so you don't want to clean that. Risk removing the paint. So you can keep that high, which is great. And I think from what I've seen on some clips, they are very acrobatic, as if there's a person, or it's like a suit. Knee bend, it's double jointed, quite nice. And that feels like die cast right there. Now there is an option to put this dagger here. So let's just demonstrate that. Now there is a bit of a, it's like there's a metal plate there, but there's a space. So I'm just gonna push that in. There we go, and fold it back. As you can see, even with that standing, it fits. Basically, it kind of just opens it up, and you get a bit more space there on the knees. Alright, so that's that. I'm gonna put this back here for now. What else we got here? So push this back here. Now there's also, getting back to the the chest area, there is some manipulators here that you can pop down, and actually this you can take out. You grab the little arms here, and you can replace it with that. There we go. And now we can hold certain things like the dagger. It's such a weird, but I guess, yeah, it's just weird. Why would you need it to hold a dagger? Actually, can even hold a dagger. Well, I guess to a certain extent. There we go. Such a weird feature. Or even the grenade. It says you can hold a grenade too. But where's it grabbing a grenade from? I guess it can go all the way from the back or something. But this is just, yeah. There's a ball joint there, but it's mostly just hinges. So that's an added gimmick, although I find that a little odd. They're not that, it doesn't look as great as the manipulators for, you know, the Gundam, where they have it on the crotch area, actually. Right here. And that is to hold the beam saber or even guns. But this one, yeah, it's just so weird to have that underneath there. Yeah. Oh, I think I forgot. Sorry, getting back here. You can actually lower this section here. Yeah, but there's a bit of articulation here. Yep. Anyways, getting back. Moving down here, there is an extra gimmick here onto the knee where you push this side and you reveal this. I guess that's kind of like the cooling part. Kind of reminds me of God Gundam. But yeah, that can be extended out and you can just push it back. So it's a cool gimmick. Then you got your toe, your ankle. This is always a little stiff to get in that ankle tilt there. Yep. So some articulation there, but it's a little stiff. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the articulation of Arbalest. It is metal build, so you gotta give it a lot of patience, just trying to get certain poses. Alright, why don't we try some weapons? So, this one, just pop this out. Now that's for the weapon. No, actually, yeah, I think that's it. There we go. I think they call it the anti-tank daggers. Should be armor piercing. Then there's a monomolecular thing that they mentioned about this. Alright, so to open this up, you take that out, you expose the blade, flip it over, and this goes to the other side, I believe. It's a weird design, but there you go. I'm not sure if this is gonna hold it somehow. Seems like a yeah, that's a big handle there. I probably could. It's one of those doing it off camera. May need to do it off camera. Let's do that. Alright, so it's one of those that there's so much in the handle as opposed to the blade, so the ratio is just a little odd. Oh, there you go. Actually, I find a show they're wielding knives. Well, given that this is probably to scale to a a regular knife, but it's just a little too small. I would think that they would use something a little bigger, like a machete kind of. But just not this, just a little spike. Oh, anyways, that's that. I basically you gotta just put it in somehow. There's really not much into it. Right, let's put this back. There we go. And that should go to the knee. Alright. And I think likewise you can have him hold a grenade. Like so. And moving on, why don't we try I'm just gonna put this here. The shotgun, the shotty. Alright. So the shotgun here, similar to the arbalist. You can move this back here. You got your ammo pack, or the cartridge, or actually the magazine. There's pegs, and you can even stack it like this. There we go. Just different ways. Although I think this is a lot better. Side to side. Now we're gonna swap this with the trigger finger hand because this one is different. There we go. Yep. I wish it was just a little easier, but it's one of those that it takes a bit of patience. Maybe I'll swap this here. There we go. And you can pump this. You can just slide that, which is nice. And we can swap this other side here. Now I do apologize that this review is it's gonna be lengthy, just me trying to push things in. Yeah, unfortunately it's not as smooth as I would like it to be, and especially with metal build you gotta take some time when you try to put things together. Yeah, unlike a robot down machine, like oh yeah, it just pops in and out easily. This one you have a little bit of heft, a little bit of weight on that die cast, and joint is just stiff. But yeah, there we go. You gotta pose forward a shotty, which is nice. I like that. And moving on, why don't we go with the howitzer, or the demolition gun, I think as they call it. Actually, I forgot there is an option to put this on the back here, similar to the arbalist. And let's see if I can just demonstrate that. So, yep, goes this way. Move that up, And I guess it will just slide here. And should have folded this. There we go. Stash on the back. Although I'm gonna remove it since it might get in the way. Alright. So getting back to this, there's actually different ways to stash this. Now with this shoulder, let's see, it's this piece right here. Yeah, you got one connection point there, and it's I think yeah, we can just mount it like this, right on the shoulder. There we go. Now there's another piece that, yeah, I think I put it in the cage there. Let me take that out. Alright, so this piece here actually can go on top and kind of gives it an extension, especially if you have the gun underneath or have him holding it. So there's this extra piece here. We'll do that in a bit. Alright, so taking that out. Looking at this, quite nice. It does fold out right here. There's a little tab here. It goes, snaps in place. You can actually remove this part and just becomes like this. And we'll just put it back here. Get your ammo pack. Similarly, you can combine them with those tabs. You can actually open this side, this tabs, and put it the other way. Yep. I don't think you can remove this one and make it a really long one. That's kind of odd looking. But anyways, we're just gonna keep it in this configuration. That is stuck. Nope, still stuck. There we go. All right, putting this back here. Now the difficult part is trying to put the hand here. Alright, so this one opens up as well and it reveals you the other handle for the left arm. There we go, and it's going to be mounted like this. Now, let's see if I can show that in camera actually. Yeah, this is going to be difficult. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and swap this out. We're gonna swap it with this, I believe. Same one for the daggers. I'm gonna angle it here. There we go. And this actually is gonna go over the arm. And using this thing here, so it's just gonna connect there. I should have just connected it first. Oops. Try not to knock it off. Right, so it's gonna be in that certain angle. It's gonna mount here and connect that nice support. Get it angled. Oop, that popped off. Guess we'll go a little bit more. There we go. Alright, now the fun part, trying to get this arm underneath. And I think from the instruction it tells us to use put the hand first, then connect the wrist joint. Alright, actually let me remove the ammo pack. We can always put that on later on. Let's just get that out of the way. Let's detach this. Get that arm a little bit out. There we go. Okay, the fun part, trying to get this thing there. There we go. And I'm not even sure if we can even angle this correctly. Oh, close enough. I think I'm just gonna keep it on the wrist. Oh wait, actually you can, huh? It's one of those I really should have looked in the instruction. Right, let me take this out, because this one, can I take this out? Seems like I can. Oh joy. Alright, so apparently there's two of them. This is probably for the grenade or something. Oh no, this is for the... This might be for that monomolecular knife thing. Anyways, getting back to this, you can actually turn this. That's what it's for. It's weird, but you can actually angle that. And I don't know. I guess that kind of helps you connect this in a way. Get that arm in there and just rotate it back. Like this. Yeah, we'll go with that. Alright, so trying to put things together. Probably a handle on the left first. Slide that in. There goes the wrist joint. This thing should connect back here. Come on. Such a weird angle here. Alright. Should have connected that first. Anyways. The struggle. You know, sometimes every time I do this behind the camera, it's always a struggle. And you probably hear that on a lot of reviewers out there, how hard it is to post something behind the camera because we're reaching over. There's a camera in front of us. Yep. Anyways, we're almost there. So just bear with me as I struggle through connecting everything here. This is just a cannon, the howitzer. Anyways, I think that's good. And actually, you can have, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, you can even have it hold here too. That's a whole new problem on its own. So it's telling me I gotta pop this out, remove this piece here, and do this. Oh jeez, I mean, there's just so much things going on. How are we gonna even... I guess we gotta push this back a little bit, angle this down somehow, move this forward a little bit. Yeah, I don't even know how that's... Gotta line it up somehow. Oh jeez. Well, anyways, you kind of get the idea that the extra arm on the chest can serve us to hold that too. And there we go. We have the howitzer. Alright, so yeah. It's something that you gotta do near you. Yeah, it's really hard to do when you're reaching over. Anyways, enough of that ranting. Here we go. I managed to kind of line it, but there's still gonna be an angle, but good enough. Alright. So other than that, we can talk about this thing now. Cool little stabilizer. Now this has a gimmick which you can extend that out, and this one as well. Although I find that a little hard sometimes to open up. It's supposed to extend too. There we go. So that opens up. And to put this on, you actually have to pop off the shoulder armor and replace it with this. Alright. I kind of want to keep it with that cannon, so just bear with me. I'm gonna pop this off here. Actually, let's make sure he's off that manipulator, because that is sometimes clipped on. You don't want that thing to be, yeah, unnecessary damage. Alright, pop this off. Alright, we're gonna unplug this. Well, it's there. Alright. Can't have a good grip on that shoulder armor. Why won't it pop off now? There we go. Same thing here. Although that thing is stuck now. Come on. There we go. Pop this off. Be careful when you do that though. Seems like it's gonna scrape up something. Alright, we got that one part there. Where's the other shoulder armor? There we go. I do like this shoulder thing a lot more. It's kind of like wings. Maybe they're stabilizers of some sort. But you got that articulation there. There we go. He has more red now. It's kind of like wings. I like it. Alright. So this part here, now you have two. There's actually a separate piece. Where did I... Okay. So there is another piece to this one. It's gonna more of a support for the barrel here. But it's another mounting piece, but I think this one, can you still use this? Probably not. So we probably don't need that. We're just gonna stick this away. Probably just rely on the handle here. There we go. And while we're at it, let's go open this up. This one's a little hard too. There we go. As well as this. There we go. I like that. Alright. And there you go. You got the Laevatein with a really nice gimmick. I just need some effect parts. Oh, almost forgot. We have the hair thing here. It's translucent. Although I kind of wish there's blue on the ends here, kind of like the box art or the manual. And there is a panel here, or a peg connection. You gotta pop it up. Now this back side here, it's kind of hard to pry open. Sometimes I'm afraid that, there we go. So there is a little peg connection there, and it just slides in. And there you have it. Good enough. I guess it goes this way. Alright. Probably looks a lot cooler in the show. But yeah, quite nice. It does remind me of Gaugigar. Oh, Gaugigar, I know that show more. I've watched the whole series. But that seemed to be a team back then. That hair. Alright. Alright, lastly, I think I almost forgot to mention this. I'm just gonna demonstrate. You can pop this out. This is for the grappling hook. Sometimes it's kind of hard to pry this out. Doesn't really give you much grip. Now it's stuck. I just had it open. There we go. Anyways, it just opens up like this. There's a peg connection here. It's for the grappling hook. But that's pretty much I'm gonna go over in that one. I much prefer just having this configuration. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it for the review, and I do apologize for making it lengthy, but I make it a point to show how things are put as if you were playing with it, and it does help some people. Although, I mean, for my review overall, nobody really wants to watch a full length unless you wanted to. But it is a trade-off, and I just wish people will just understand why I'm doing these lengthy videos. And it is to help those who are looking into how to put things, yeah. Because sometimes the instruction is not good enough. And I just also want to share my my struggle to pose this guy. It's a great figure, nicely detailed. It's the thing with metal builds though, or die-cast joints. It's as much as I like die-cast figures, I like being able to pose them, and sometimes I much prefer without die-cast pieces or just really minimal die-cast content, which helps a lot with articulation. It's always a trade-off. Alright, anyways, that's it for the metal build Laevatein. It's a really cool figure. Highly recommend it if you're a big fan of Full Metal Panic, and if you managed to see this available. Now, I believe there are other figures and even mold kits of the Laevatein. I think there was a Revoltech. Yeah, there was a Revoltech. I actually have that somewhere. And I can't remember if there was the SH Figure Arts. Oh, sorry, no, not. A Robot Damashi. There might have been a Robot Damashi. And there's also kits of this also. Anyways, that's about it for this review. Hope you guys like it. Again, got my from Tatsu Hobby. You can always send them inquiry if you're looking to get some metal builds or other Bandai products. And that's about it. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.